Okay, everybody, welcome back. As KC Scouts get ready to take on the Omaha Junior Mavericks for Game 2 in this Saturday two-game set. Both teams picking up the pucks, cleaning up the ice, and we'll get ready as the Scouts looking for a little redemption here after dropping Game 1 in the two-game set 3-0. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Scouts will get started with Dietz, Fitzpatrick, and Hockenauer with Juju and Natishin on the blue line. Here we go, Game 2 is underway. Faceoff comes near boards. Omaha gathers, tries to click it up into the Scout zone and does so successfully. Juju to Natishin. Natishin up the mid-boards to Hockenauer. That does not connect, but Hockenauer knocks it out of midair up to center ice. Pass up to Dietz was late, right idea, but did not connect. Omaha now deep in the Scout zone. Far corner, Juju pokes it. Omaha controls though and swings it around near side. Hockenauer carrying to center ice. Fitzy going to stay onside, and teams will go get a change. Here comes Omaha. Duffy, Gregory, and Dungy out now with Newton and Smith. Smith up towards Gregory. That pass is intercepted. Here comes Omaha. Puck loose in front. Unable to control the rebound, and Omaha knocks one in early. 1 minute and 10 seconds into this game, as Scouts defense could not tie up in front of the net. Smith and Newton out there with Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory. Center ice face-off. Omaha takes a quick 1-0 lead in this one. Face-off one back to the Omaha blue line. Up through center ice and dumped in for a chase, where Smith and Newton will share the responsibilities. Puck comes back to the blue line. Again, another one in on Jacob that he is not able to hold on to, but it's pushed back into his glove, and he secures it for a whistle. Hap, Burgoon, and Keone out there now with Dow and Hoffine. Face-off one back behind the Scouts net. Dow now controls. Sends one up towards Keone. Kicks out to neutral ice now with Hockenauer. Hockenauer grabs control. Back to Hoffine. Hoffine sends one right at Hockenauer's feet. He's not able to control. As the Scouts having trouble connecting on passes again. In their own zone, not optimal. Here comes Griffin Happ, gonna go wide. Comes to the top of the slot, shot, quick shot goes high, and then he is buried into the net. He is currently underneath the Omaha goalie. Puck goes in behind the Scouts' net, and here comes Natition. Natition up through center ice, gonna carry in wide. Behind the net, still surveying his options, gets one back to the blue line. Juju sends it back in around for a cycle. Gregory to Fitzpatrick. Dietz able to hold it in. Centering attempt from Duffy to Fitzpatrick, Gregory to Fitzpatrick, as Scouts control back through center ice. Cross ice pass doesn't get all the way through, and Scouts stand up tall in their neutral zone. Puck comes back into the Scout zone. Newton across to Smith. Smith stretch pass to Gregory, goes the distance, incomplete. Whistle sounds for icing. And with 11:45, the whistle sounds, and face-off will come back into the Scout zone. Face off to the right of Geneva. Dungy to take it. Hoffine controls, circles behind his net. He's going to carry. He's going to carry through center ice to Hockenauer. Hockenauer to Dungy. Hoffine now at the blue line. Sends one in midboards far side to Hockenauer, who's taken off the puck. Now far corner. Hockenauer throws a big hit. But here comes Omaha, past Hoffine. Omaha in now. Sends one back to the blue line, but that goes all the way out to center ice, where they will regroup. Hockenauer now intercepts that cross-ice pass. Sends one in to Chase. Gets it back to Duffy. Duffy has Dungy alone in the middle. Dungy shot save. Beautiful pass. As Omaha comes out of the zone now. Natition stands up the blue line nicely. Hoffine, near corner. Pass to Gregory. As here comes Omaha in, offsides. Neutral zone face-off now. 10:36 to play in the first. Omaha grabbing a quick 1-0 lead. Scouts showing signs of life here to start. Happ wins the face-off back to Juju. Over to Natition. Natition. Bank shot up to Keone. Keone cuts through center ice. Has Happ far side. Happ shot high. Gregory chases. No, Duffy near corner chases. That is Gregory. Natition from the blue line. Over to Juju. Back to Natition. Natition couldn't handle it cleanly, so he dumps it down to Keone, who's bumped off the puck, and here comes Omaha up the center out of their zone. Stretch pass is incomplete. That will go all the way for ice if they let it, and they do. As Juju wanted to cycle that with some speed, just wasn't able to get there in time. And both teams change up. Face-off coming back down into the Omaha zone, just to the right of the Omaha goal. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick out there now with Newton and Smith. Face-off comes back towards the Scouts' blue line, but controlled by Omaha. Omaha into the zone. That's foiled by Hockenauer and Smith. Puck goes behind the Omaha net. Chipped up towards the blue line, out of the zone, where Hockenauer over to Smith. Smith center ice to Fitzy. Hits him in the skates, not able to control, and here comes Omaha. onside, high slot shot goes high and wide, and then up into the netting. Good puck movement there from Omaha. Quality opportunity, screaming through the slot. Goes over the crossbar and into the netting. Face off now to the right of Geneva. Out of the zone ultimately. Gregory chasing. Sends one up towards Duffy. Gregory and Duffy take the zone. Duffy taken down from behind. Sends one in on net where goalie decides to cover and get a whistle. Keone, Hockenauer, and Happ now out there with Dow and Hoffine. Happ to take the face-off to the right of the Omaha goal. Sends it into the near corner. Omaha cycles all the way around. Hoffine not able to hold the zone. He gets one across to Dow. Dow hits Hockenauer in stride. Happ controls. Happ to Hoffine. Hoffine switches it up to Hockenauer. Hockenauer to Happ. Hold the zone. Hockenauer now, near corner, looking for a centering pass. Sends it back to the blue line. Hoffine switches it up. His pass cross ice did not get through. Hoffine again switches it up to Happ. On the puck. Happ back to Hoffine. Good pass. Hoffine sends one. Deflected just high. Scouts starting to move the puck a little quicker here. Signs of life as Gregory now battling through three Omaha players. Shot, save, puck still loose. Far corner. Now to the blue line. Hoffine down to Fitzpatrick, far corner. He circles. He sees Natishin, high slot. Natishin, shot, save. Natishin chases his own shot below the net. Two Omaha players on him. He's still powering through. As Dietz controls, he circles to high slot with a shot goes above the net. Dietz sends one in. Fitzpatrick now controls. He's pushed off the puck. Omaha going to send it out of the zone where Duffy corrals it. Hoffine now. Hoffine's going to zigzag, take the zone, go wide right. Shot, save, rebound, goes behind the net. And here comes Omaha with some speed. High lofted shot out to the Scouts' blue line where Natishin controls. Gets one over to Duffy. Duffy and Hockenauer cross wires. And the puck ping-pongs along the blue line and back out to center ice. Duffy, aggressive forecheck from Duffy. Doesn't quite create a turnover, and here comes Omaha taking the scout zone. Natishin stands up strong, takes his player off the puck. Whistle sounds for offside. Happ, Hockenauer, Happ, Gregory, and Keone now out with Juju and Natishin. Neutral zone faceoff. One back to the Omaha blue line. Omaha will circle, play catch, and try to break out. That pass is not able to connect. Natishin circles up towards Keone. Beautiful pass. Keone, Happ, with Gregory out front. Oh, boy. Happ now from the high slot. Gets one over to Gregory. Doesn't quite connect. And Omaha sends it all the way down the ice. Gregory back behind the net to Newton. Newton's going to send one up. Newton trips behind his net, sends one up towards Hap. Smith is going to try this now. Chips it up to Hap midboards. Hap is going to cycle now behind his own net. Try to clear some space. And Scouts just can't get out of their own zone right now. Omaha on the puck, underneath the net. And here comes Keone. Just chips one out to center to get rid of some of that stress. And here comes Omaha now again with speed. Oh, stretch pass to Dietz, just misses him. Ooh, goalie played it. Goalie played that. Whistle sounded early. And that will go down as an icing. Face off down into the scout zone. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick out there with Hoffine and Dow. Dow cycles one around towards Hoffine. Fitzpatrick forced to get there and support. And here comes Dietz. He's going to go up the center. Dietz flips one over to Hockenauer. That puck ends up in the far corner. Hockenauer, quick turn. He tries to cycle. Centering pass, nobody home. As Omaha is able to get out of the zone. Scout's going to control. Hoffine up to Fitzpatrick. Dietz, Hoffine misses Dow on the cross-ice pass. Dow going to send it back to him. Hoffine hits Dietz. Dietz is going to dump and get a change as Omaha controls and powers through center ice. Sends one in high on the Scouts' net. Natishin collects. Midboards to Gregory. Up to Dungy. Dungy to Juju. Juju now centering. Misses. Duffy on the one-timer. Omaha gets a shot on net as Natishin went for the body. And some late after the whistle shenanigans. As Gregory's going to go to the box for the game's first penalty. It's a bummer. Stars are gaining a little momentum and will now have to kill 2-minute power play here. Penalty kill. Draw goes back to the Omaha blue line. Omaha, cross ice, wide open. Lucky that he was not able to handle that pass. There was a lot of real estate on the right side of that net available. Centering pass, whiff, goes out to center ice. Okay, couple bullets dodged here from the Scouts. That goes in offsides. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here. Scout shorthanded for another minute and 32. Have to take the face-off. Wins it back towards Hoffine. Hoffine will collect and try to get the puck out to center ice, which he does successfully. Chew up a little time. Hap forechecking. Good pressure there from Keone. Keone creates a turnover at center ice. Takes a big shot, but he's still going. All shorthanded here for the Scouts. Omaha coming up now through their zone, through center ice. Will take the Scout zone. He's taken off the puck. Lucky no call there. And Keone is able to backhand it out of the zone. Arm up in the air. That goes for icing. 38 seconds remain on the Scouts penalty. 37 seconds. 2 minutes to play in the period here. Omaha retaining the 1-0 lead. Omaha wins the draw, back to their blue line, now near point. Swings it over to the dot, shot goes high and wide as Fitzpatrick chases. And Omaha will reset, enter the Scout zone. Nice job by Jack standing up his man as that clearing attempt will go down for another whistle and icing. 12 seconds now remaining on the Scouts penalty. Wonderful job by Declan Dietz there. Wins the faceoff and is able to get the puck all the way out to center ice. And we are back to full strength now. Duffy, aggressive forecheck again, ties the puck up near corner in the Omaha zone. He's taken off his skates, is getting absolutely tackled from behind. And Duffy's going to be the one who gets called for the penalty. Looks like both players are going to go. A little scrum in the corner. We'll remain at full strength here with a minute 8 left in the first period. Dietz, Gregory, and Keone out there with Smith and Newton. Face-off tied up at the dot. Dietz grabs a hold of that and sends it high. Smith now walks the line, gets one over to Newton. Newton able to eventually control, sends one all the way down to Keone. Keone taking off his skates, sticks with it, back to Smith. Smith sends one over to Newton. Newton shot high, blocker down. Dietz continues control. Newton sends one on net, low, in front, and a goal! Scouts on the board with 34.1 seconds left in the first period. Beautiful work there by Breck Newton to get wide, and a low shot created a rebound. Goalie wasn't able to hold on to it, and easy tap in on the doorstep for the Scouts. Let's get the lid off this thing and get to moving. 34 seconds left. Happ, Hockenauer, and Dungy out there now with Dow and Hoffine. Face-off one back to Hoffine. His pass up to Happ is intercepted. Happ switches the ice to Dungy, who is able to get there. He goes into the near corner, takes a hit. Hockenauer to support. Dungy and Hockenauer deep inside the Scout zone. Back to the blue line. Dow sends one on net, low, blocked by Hockenauer, who overpowers his man to control the puck. Good puck possession there. And the buzzer sounds for the end of the first period, as the Scouts get a late goal to tie this one up 1-1. stuff too.
I know. And then there was just a mess of them over there. Yeah, Brett took the shot, right? Yeah. That's what you go for. It's
All right, horn sounds, 15 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Period 2 getting ready to start. As the scouts are slowly coming back to life. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick to start with Hoffine and Dow on the blue line. Got to get Duffy back into his home in the box for another 52 seconds. Face-off coming. Dietz ties up. Hockenauer controls. Gets one up to Fitzy, gets past him and into the zone where Fitzy will chase. Good forecheck pressure from Hockenauer. He ties his man up. Fitzy centering. Doesn't get all the way through. Dietz all alone in front. As Fitzy again owning the corner. Hockenauer now. Back to Hoffine. Hoffine sweeps it around to Dow. That pass does not connect. And the puck comes out to center ice, where it is turned over. Omaha in now. Shot, save, kicked aside to the near boards where Fitzy is able to tie his man up. Dietz now controls. And here comes Dietz with speed and space through center ice. He will take the zone, go wide, gets around his man. Is being held and tied up. And a whistle sounds. That 3 of those 5 moves were illegal. And a whistle sounds for a penalty. And here we go. The Scouts will go to the power play. Hap, Keone, Gregory out there with Natishin and Juju to kick this power play off. Face off into the near corner. Controlled by Omaha. Omaha comes out of the zone, shorthanded. Dumps to Juju. Keone up to Gregory. Gregory. High slot, over to Keone. Keone back to Hap, back door, doesn't get all the way through. And here comes Omaha. Out to center ice. Hap controls now. Hap will take the zone with Gregory. Hap still on it. Deflected out to center ice. Juju will control. Natishin switches it up. Hap now. Hap to Keone. Keone shot, blocked and kicked to the far corner where Hockenauer will chase. Hockenauer centering pass. Keone gets a stick on it underneath the goalie. And a save and a whistle. And the whistle sounds. Good pressure still from the Scouts. 1 minute left in their power play. Dungy, Duffy, and Hockenauer out there now. Face off one into the far corner. Comes out to Newton. Newton, shot, save. Duffy was decleated behind the play. No call. Face off again to the right of the Omaha net. One over towards Hockenauer. Hockenauer tries to switch it up to Smith. Doesn't get all the way through. Omaha will attempt to clear. And Smith holds the zone. Beautiful job. Centering attempt. Dungy. Hockenauer had a backhand. Just puck on edge. Just got over the net. Back to the blue line. Smith now with time. Sends one in. Tipped. Goes wide. Newton cycles it around. Duffy near corner. Yeah, and Dungy comes in, a hit from behind, and he will go to the box for boarding with 12:20 left in the second. So Scouts had a lot of momentum, putting on great pressure on the Omaha net. And that's going to go down as 2-10. So Dungy will be out for a while for nearly the remaining portion of this period. Face off to the right now, the Scouts' goal. A lot of action in front of the Scouts net here as 4-on-4 action for 1 second done. So now for 1:42, the Scouts will be shorthanded. Here comes Omaha taking the zone. Past the Scouts defense, centering attempt is kicked aside by Dow. And here come the Scouts with speed. Shorthanded, Dietz to Fitzy. Fitzy shot. Oh, centering pass actually to Dietz, who was all alone back door. This pass just got through his stick. Didn't quite get on net. And here comes Fitzy now. Shorthanded still. Fitzy goes wide. Gonna try to take an angle. He's cut off and taken down. Wow. Good job by Natishin. As here comes Omaha again. Shot, save. Hap clears it out. This game has gotten a little more exciting. The drop of a hat as the Scouts clear the ice will not make the red line, so icing is waived. 30 seconds remaining in the Scouts penalty. Hap taken off. Are you serious? Wow. This game is slowly getting out of control as here comes Omaha. Centering pass, save. Still loose. Bodies everywhere. And Geneva is able to cover the puck. A lot of chatter on the ice right now. Elevated blood pressure a little bit. 1 second remaining in the Scouts penalty. We will be back to full strength finally. Hockenauer coming on the ice. Hap, Hockenauer, Juju, and Tishin out there. Hap sweeps one back towards the Omaha blue line. They send one on net. It's blocked. Natishin below the Scouts net. Tied up, and the puck comes out to center. Griffin Hap, great forecheck from Griffin Hap. Creates a turnover deep in the Omaha zone. Shot goes wide. Puck still loose, goes wide. Hockenauer now on the puck. Back to Newton. Newton, clear line. Shot goes wide. Hap can't get the tip. Keone, far boards. Out to the top of the blue line. Newton shot. Save. Loose. And Omaha clears it all the way down the ice for icing. Good shift. Good shift. Scouts slowly ramping up the pressure. 9:31 to play in the second. Still tied 1-1. Good end-to-end action here, both teams. Back to full strength. Dietz, Duffy, Gregory. Dietz wins the face-off back to the blue line, gets past Smith. He recovers and is able to chip one into the zone. Dietz will be there first. Here comes Omaha. 3-on-2 if they hustle. Quinton ties his man up beautifully at the neutral zone. Dietz. Duffy sweeps it out to center ice. Omaha switches the ice and cycles around. Smith's going to get it and go below, go near corner. Exit pass to Gregory, gets past him, and the Scouts will pursue. Duffy, turnover, centering, oh boy, from the blue line. Dow's shot is blocked. Duffy now, shot is blocked. Hoffine now. Hoffine, shot, save, no rebound. Getting a little chippy. Good action here from both teams. Face off now to the left of the Omaha goal. Happ, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick out there with Hoffine and Dow. Happ wins it back to Fitzy. Fitzy tries to sweep it back to the blue line. Gets past Hoffine out to center ice where Hockenauer gathers. Hockenauer circling. Hits Fitzy. Doesn't complete the pass. Hoffine now switches to Dow. Dow cross to Hockenauer. He's not able to control. Omaha takes the center ice. Fitzy now. Happ now creates a turnover. Sent into the near corner. And here comes Omaha. The Omaha we know and love going on tilt. They're going to go back to the box. Happ forechecking pressure results in an Omaha penalty deep in the corner. Slashing. So here we go. 7:48 left in the second. Scouts are going to go on the power play. Dietz, Fitzpatrick, and Hockenauer out there with Juju and Natishin. Natishin's pass to Juju goes out of the zone. And the Scouts will have to regather. Natishin takes the zone. He's going to go wide, get all the way around behind the net, survey his options, still on the puck, to Juju. Juju on net, low, save. And Omaha clears, and the Scouts will try it again. Cross-ice pass to Hockenauer, doesn't connect. And here comes Omaha, shorthanded on a 2-on-1 break. Around Natishin, shot, save, and another beautiful save. Jacob Geneva, and here comes Dietz with Fitzpatrick. Dietz, goal! Just what the Scouts needed. Power play goal by Declan Dietz. But that came after two incredible saves by Jacob Geneva. One to his right, second to his left, to create that fast rush in the opposite direction. Happ, Keone, and Gregory out there now with Smith and Newton. Puck behind the Scouts' net. Out in front now, and Omaha tucks it. Smith and Newton not able to communicate properly. Puck turned over behind the net, and a quick wraparound goal ties this game up at 2. Happ, Keone, and Gregory out there now with Newton and Smith. Newton controls. He's going to carry neutral zone and try to dump it in deep. Puck now stays in the zone. Gregory takes several hits, stays on the puck. And here it comes out of the zone. Center ice now. Omaha takes the zone. Out to Gregory. Gregory able to get through. He's got Hap. Hap is in alone. Griffin Hap. Save! Great action here, second period. Score tied 2-2. Face-off comes near corner now. Duffy with Dietz. Hockenauer to help. Puck stuck behind the Omaha net, and here it comes. It's coming out of the zone through center ice, intercepted by Hoffine. Hoffine leaves it for Hockenauer. He's going to circle. Sends one across towards Duffy. Hits Dietz. Dietz is going to send it back to Dow. Dow now to Duffy. Duffy carried through center ice. He's going to go wide. He's centering pass. Nobody home. And Omaha tries to get it out of the zone. Hoffine keeps it in and gets one to the high slot. Nobody home there either. Omaha now applying some pressure. Duffy able to get the puck out of the zone. Dow. Back to Duffy. Duffy cross ice to Hockenauer. Hockenauer to Dietz. Dietz not able to control that pass, but does gain the zone and regain control of the puck. Centering pass. Beautiful! Beautiful pass from Declan Dietz. And Duffy off a back edge keeps his balance and tucks it for the Scouts to go up 3-2. Incredible athletic effort there from Declan Dietz. Pushed off the puck, stays on. Cross ice pass to Duffy all alone in front of the net. Beautiful play. Scouts take the 3-2 lead. 4:42 to play in the second. Puck comes up to center ice now. Omaha 2-on-2 takes the zone. Hap behind his net. Goes back around the opposite direction towards Fitzy. He'll sweep one out and chase. Sounds like that's going to go down as an ice. We'll come all the way back down into the Scout zone. Hap, Gregory, Fitzpatrick out there with Juju and Natishin. Natishin now far corner. He's going to backhand one up just past Hap. Hap gets one up to Juju. Juju takes the zone. Offside. Oh, Scouts had numbers, but just fell off pace. And a whistle was called. Offsides. Hap, Gregory, Fitzpatrick out there, Nutrition, and Juju. Neutral zone face-off. 4:03 to play in the second. Hap wins one over towards Gregory. Scrum. Omaha controls through center ice and chooses to dump. Natishin chases. Far corner. His pass to Fitzpatrick is intercepted. Turned over, shot, save. Cleared aside by Juju. Juju gets one up towards Hap. Puck comes up to the blue line. Now, Gregory. Fitzy. Not able to gain the zone, and here comes Omaha now with a 3-on-1 break. Intercepted. Fitzy taken off the puck and is able to just dribble it back into the Omaha zone. Omaha now takes the Scout zone. Shot, save, rebound, kicked aside. Centering attempt, intercepted by Keone. Tried to get it to Hap, but wasn't able to do that. He was streaking, and Gregory is going to get called for another penalty. Delayed penalty here as this Omaha is going to get the extra skater. Scouts will touch up right here. And with 2:50 to play in the second period, the Scouts are going to be shorthanded. Knew it as soon as he did it. Wishes he didn't do it. But nonetheless, Scouts will be shorthanded for 2 of the remaining 2:49 here in the second. Dietz to take the face-off. Controlled by Omaha back to their blue line. Dump near corner. Controlling with time. Centering attempt goes on net. Wow. Whistle sounds as the net is off the moorings. Try this again just to the right of Jacob. Dietz again. Out there with Duffy, Newton, and Juju. Juju backhands one towards Newton, far corner. That goes all the way around to center ice. Dietz is going to forecheck as Omaha switches the field. High slot. Dietz back check, beautiful. And that's chipped out to center ice by Duffy. And Omaha will have to chase. Cross ice. Backhanded into the zone. Omaha controls. Sets up the power play. 1:10 remaining on that. Puck now underneath the Scouts net. Another wraparound opportunity is foiled this time. As Omaha. Beautiful work from Newton. Take his man off the puck. Shot. Score. Cross ice pass to a wide open Omaha player who goes top corner to tie the game at 3. Power play goal for Omaha. And we are all tied at 3. 1:39 to play in the second. Happ, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick out there with Hoffine and Dow. Dow up towards Hockenauer. He'll take the zone. He's going to go wide. Has Fitzpatrick in front. He's going to cycle behind. Leave it for Happ. Happ centering to Fitzpatrick. Comes back to Happ. Happ to the blue line. Dow back to Happ. Happ goes cross ice to Hoffine. Hoffine now. Over the net. Circles all the way around. Dow will keep it in. He's going to get it back down to Happ. Midboard's far side. Happ centering pass to Hockenauer. Off the post. Dow keeps it in. Dumps it down low. Happ now. Happ to Fitzpatrick. High slot. He's not able to handle it. Back to the blue line. Dow on net low. Saved. And covered. Beautiful puck movement from that shift. Face off to the right of the Omaha net. Omaha tries to get out of the zone. Juju intercepts and dumps back in deep. Dietz on the forecheck. Creates a turnover. Out of the zone. And here goes Keone. If he can get there, he's in alone. Keone, 2 seconds. Shot goes wide. And the buzzer sounds. Buzzer sounds and we'll get going third period here. Score tied 3-3. Dungy, Duffy, Gregory out there now with Smith and Newton. Face-off controlled back to the Scouts' blue line. Newton and Smith play catch. Smith's going to carry the zone and get one on net. Rebound comes out to the blue line where Newton will hold the zone and dump it in far corner. Puck comes out to center ice, where the Scouts dump it in deep and chase. Full strength here to start the third period as Omaha comes out of the zone with some speed, but tied up at center ice, and here comes Gregory. Gregory banks one in the zone and he'll chase. Out to center ice now. Omaha takes the zone. High slot, all alone, tied up from behind. Backdoor pass goes wide as Hoffine controls. Puck tied up below the Scouts' net. Midboard's far side. As the Scouts are able to get it out to center ice. Hoffine now, over to Dow. Dow goes cross ice off a skate, will get into the Omaha zone. Omaha's going to cycle and relieve some pressure. Fitzy there. He gives way to Juju, sends one in. Offsides. Center ice face-off here. Hockenauer, Dietz, and Fitzy. Juju and Natishin on the blue line. Puck tied up at the center dot, controlled by Hockenauer. He's going to go back to Natishin, survey. He'll go up to Fitzy. Fitzy kicks it in the zone. And Dietz chases. Hockenauer cuts that man off. Turnover created. Back to the blue line, Natishin. Dietz. Backhanded Hockenauer. He's taken off the puck, comes out to center ice, and Juju will need to clean it up. He's going to go backhand, forehand, dump it in the zone, and get a change. Hockenauer out there alone with Natishin for the time being. Turnover created, and here comes Omaha. Lofted out to center ice, all the way down the ice. Icing waved off, which Natishin will clean up. Puck squirts out awkwardly to the high slot, and here comes Duffy. Duffy with Happ and Keone. Duffy to Happ. And that's whistled for offsides. Neutral zone face-off here. Keone, Duffy, Happ, Newton, and Smith. Face-off one over to Newton, who sweeps it all the way in the zone. Great forecheck again from Duffy, creating a little bit of a pain behind the Omaha net. Keone now centering, low shot on net. Keone still controlling it. Blue line to blue line. Newton to Happ. Happ back to Newton. Newton back to Happ. Happ. Puck goes around far side. Omaha trying to get out of their zone and is able to do that. And they will take the scout zone. Keone back check, beautiful, as that puck is lofted out to center ice, where Omaha controls, dumps, and changes. Light forecheck pressure. Newton able to get it up to Keone. Past him. That puck is dumped deep into the scout zone where Dow, far corner, avoids the hit. Gregory takes the brunt of the pain there. Up to the blue line, shot, save, still loose, puck still loose. And Jacob is able to cover. A lot of commotion in front of the Scouts net there, but crisis averted. Sticks and bodies absolutely flying everywhere right now. 10:45 left in the game, 3-3 tie. As Dungy, Hockenauer, Gregory take the zone. All the way through, taken down from behind, no call. Hoffine with a beautiful pinch, able to keep the puck in the zone. And here comes Omaha. Juju to Hockenauer. Hockenauer back to Juju. Juju's going to go wide. Takes a slash, takes a hit, still chasing. Centering attempt. Hockenauer, high slot, shot, glove save. Good work from Juju right there. Deep in the zone, able to get the puck out to space. Hockenauer filled it and got a good shot low, but unobstructed. Face-off will go to the left of the Omaha net. Duffy, Fitzy, and Dietz out there with Natishin and Juju. Fitzy going to take it now. Puck comes up through center ice. Fitzy going to kick it into the Scouts' offensive zone. Fitzy still on it. And here comes Omaha, 3-on-2, going the other direction. Scouts get away with a tripping as that puck comes out of the zone. Fitzy going to get it up to Dietz. Dietz going to go wide and try to get in front of the net. He's cut off. Dietz still on it. Newton up to Fitzy. Fitzy banks one up into the Omaha zone. He'll go for a change. Happ intercepts. Kicks it into the far corner. Puck still in the zone. Keone not able to keep it in. He kicks it back to Newton where the Scouts are going to reset. Hoffine now. Hoffine's going to take the zone. He is in alone. Shot, save, rebound. Hoffine now below the net. Over to Hockenauer. Shot off the post. Keone. Centering attempt. Now goes below the net. Keone to Happ. Hockenauer. Center. Keone still battling. Still battling. Hockenauer and Happ still forechecking. Oh, it just gets out to center ice. Great pressure there from the Scouts as they send it in for an ice. With 8 minutes left in the third period. Score still tied 3-3. Dungy, Duffy, Gregory with Natishin and Juju. Face-off one on the dot. Omaha comes away with it. Juju, last second save. Duffy, strong on the puck, comes out to center ice. Dungy and Gregory back their way in the zone. Far corner now. Shot on net is still loose.
Take one. Take one. No guts.
Little extracurricular activity in front of the net. No harm, no foul. Everybody back in shape. Duffy, Dungy, Gregory out there still. Face up. Wow. Omaha and on that draw a little early, so we're going to redo it. Natishin and Juju on the blue line. Face-off goes to the blue line, still in. And now coming out. Omaha going to go wide. Juju takes a great angle. Stick check, takes his man out, and creates an opportunity for Dungy. Dungy now in a one-on-two shot goes wide and cycles around. Natishin's going to gather. He kicks it back behind the net. Dungy trips on the puck. Natishin trying to fish it out. He's going to go back to his spot. Omaha tries to clear the zone. Newton keeps it. Bank shot to Duffy. Duffy takes his man out, and whistle sounds for a tripping penalty. Easy call. Easy call. So the Scouts will go to the penalty kill. 6:52 left in the third. Dietz, Hockenauer, Newton, and Smith in charge of killing the first part of this 2 minutes. Scouts penalty. Dietz, face-off one to the far midboards, swept into the near corner where Newton takes his man off the puck and single-handedly clears the puck. Great job by Breck Newton. Puck goes back into the Scout zone, controlled by Smith. He will take the red line and dump. Hockenauer now with some light forecheck. Omaha now through center ice. Killed at the blue line and whistled for offsides. Happ and Fitzpatrick now will be out there with Dow and Hoffine. They're in charge of the next 40 seconds here. Neutral zone face-off. One to the near boards, far side. Omaha will take the zone. Hoffine will take the puck. Cycle in front of his net. Still cycling. Turned over. Happ, midboards far side, will go behind the net. Still have control of the puck. Centering pass from Hoffine. Goes out to center ice, and now Fitzy with a big forecheck. Here comes Omaha now. On the power play. Past Happ. Near corner, centering attempt, goes off the side of the net. Dow collects, goes midboards far side, not out. Omaha now, centering attempt, slot, shot, save, and held on to under the glove. Jacob. Whistle sounds, 33 seconds remaining in this Scouts penalty. Scouts get one more change. Dungy and Keone now with Juju and Natishin, responsible for killing the remaining 33 of this. Face off to the right of Geneva. Swept back towards Juju. He goes backhand towards Natishin. Natishin can't get it out, and here comes Omaha. High slot, shot, hits Jacob right in the logo, and it comes down to his feet. He's quick to cover. Beautiful job by Jacob. 20 seconds now left on the Scouts penalty. Dungy to take draw. Juju off the boards but not out. Omaha now. Shot is kicked to the near corner. Shot, save. Jacob again. Good low shot. Try to catch Jacob sliding to his left. And with 1 second remaining in the penalty, we will be back to full strength here shortly for the remaining 4:51 of this period and game. Omaha sends the puck back to center ice, and we're back to full strength. Keone back to Natishin. Natishin bank shot to Dungy. He's taken hard into the boards at center ice. Omaha stretch pass through center. Dungy does a nice job back checking. Keone now. Shot. Save on Jacob again. Face off now to the left of Jacob. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzy out there with Newton and Smith. Smith sends one to Newton. Newton up towards Hockenauer, but he loses control. Great job by Smith to stand his man up in the slot. And puck comes out deep now into the Omaha zone. Hockenauer and Fitzpatrick forechecking. Omaha able to get out of the zone where Smith sends one back in and around. And here comes Omaha now. 2-on-2. Take the scout zone. Hoffine. Good poke check. Rides his man into the corner. And they switch it up. Fitzpatrick needs to get there. Dietz on the puck now below his net. He will come out of the zone with speed. Has Hockenauer to his left. Dietz takes the zone. Dietz and Hockenauer collide at the blue line, and Omaha is able to pull it out of the zone. Keone now. Over to Dow. Dow sends one back to Hoffine. Hoffine's going to come out of the zone. He's got Keone. Archer Hoffine goes over the net, chases his own rebound. Hoffine over to Happ. Happ, shot. Rocket goes over the net. Duffy now, near corner. Back to Natishin. Natishin to Juju. Juju, shot, deflected. Right into the mitt. Great save. Deflected off speed, and great glove save there from the Omaha goalie. 2:41 to play in the third. Score still tied 3-3. Happ, Duffy, Keone with Natishin and Juju. Puck goes behind the Omaha net. Keone able to keep it in the zone momentarily. Omaha kicks it out to center ice. Natishin's going to gather and send it all the way around. Happ is going to be the first one there. Happ centering a pass is intercepted. And here comes Omaha with speed. Through center ice. We'll take the zone. Centering pass. Bobbling. Shot saved. More late action as Duffy pushes his man into the net. And he took a little bit of exception, but no big deal. And based on that whistle, sounds like Omaha is going to take a timeout with 2:08 to play in the game. When they return, the face-off will be to the right of Geneva. Ryan, it's me? I haven't seen it. I just saw it. right, both teams coming out of the timeout here. We will be full strength, 2:07 left in the third period. Scouts break with Hockenauer, Fitzy, Dungy, along with Juju and Natishin. Face off deep in the scout zone. One back to the blue line. Intercepted by Dungy. He's going the other way, 3-on-1 with Fitzy. Centering pass is just tied up, boy. Fitzy and Hockenauer were all alone in front. Puck now goes in the near corner. Hockenauer. He's going to sweep it back in for Fitzy. Fitzy taking off his skates. Natishin down low and around. Dungy chasing far corner. Centering attempt, nobody there. And here comes Omaha. Out of the zone, they will send it in. Natishin to Juju. Juju, had Fitzpatrick. Stretch passes deflected. All the way down. Icing waved. Below the net. Comes up to the blue line where Newton is taken off his skates. But the puck is still in the zone. And it goes far side where Fitzy will reach down deep in the tank, get some more energy. He's been out there for a big shift. Hockenauer. Big hit in the far corner. Omaha will come out of the zone and now take the scout zone. Shot goes wide. Near boards now. Omaha cycles back around. Below the scout's net. Smith takes his man off the puck. 38 seconds left in this game. And here comes Duffy, Dietz, and Gregory. Duffy, shot, goes wide. Gregory chasing far corner. And here comes Omaha now with 20 seconds left in the period. They will choose to dump as Smith, stretch pass, doesn't connect. Dietz now with 6 seconds, takes the zone, goes wide, centering pass, and the horn sounds. And this game will end in a 3-3 tie. Well, hang on, people. Here we go. Teams talk it over. And we've got 5 minutes of ice time left, which means we're going to go to overtime. And we get bonus hockey, so don't go anywhere. One of the referees is very unhappy with that decision. Home team rules, and scouts were quick to say yes, so overtime here. 5 minutes on the clock. And we'll get bonus hockey. Hockenauer, Dietz. Oh, we're going 3-on-3. Hockenauer, Dietz, Natishin. Dietz controls the face-off. Back to Natishin. He backs up in his zone, surveys his options, and leaves it for Dietz. Dietz up to Hockenauer. He will take the zone. Hockenauer circle around. Back to Natishin. Little keep away in this 3-on-3 game. Natishin backing up in his zone. And these three will try it again. Natishin to Dietz. Dietz takes the zone. Wow, Hockenauer looked offside. Centering pass, backdoor, wide. Dietz continued his momentum and was able to kick the puck all the way back to Natishin. who controls and cycles back again. Set it up. Dietz. Nitition. Nitition to Hockenauer. Hockenauer. Stretch! Bank shot up to Dietz. And he's whistled for offside. Right idea. Right idea. Whistle sounds though for offside. As the faceoff will come back into the scout zone. 3:51 left in overtime. Juju, Dungy, Fitzy now. 3-on-3 action. Dungy wins it to Juju. Juju will carry, send it over towards Fitzy. Fitzy is looking cross ice. He's going to carry. Fitzy's going to carry the zone. He's got a ton of space. Leaves it for Juju. Juju shot, save. Backhand effort. Goes in on net and covered. To get the whistle. .335 remaining. Dungy, Fitzy, and Juju going to stay out there. Face-off one back towards Juju. Fitzy sweeps it back to him. Fitzy now. Going to circle. Fitzy. Leaves it for Dungy. Dungy up to Fitzy, all alone. Here goes Fitzy. Fitzy's all alone. Overtime. What a save! Went to the backhand and absolutely a beauty. Glove save. Wow. Wow. Save of the day for sure. 3:03 left in overtime. Dietz, Nitition, Hockenauer. Omaha now controls for the first time in this overtime, but they quickly give it up to Nitition. Nitition over to Dietz. Dietz to Hockenauer. He's got space. He's going to take the zone. Hockenauer goes around behind the net, cycles back out to Dietz. Dietz leaves it for Nitition. Nitition's going to go around his net dangerously, but now come out of the zone with the puck. Scouts doing a good job with puck possession in this overtime period. Dietz takes the zone, decides to go backwards to Nitition. Good puck possession, value in the puck here. Hockenauer going to take the zone. He's going to go wide. Driven up against the boards. Turned over to Omaha. Omaha now on the puck. First time in this possession, in this overtime session. Omaha through the neutral zone, through center ice. Takes the scout zone. Leaves it. Puck comes out, and now if they hustle, it's 2-on-1. Dietz and Hockenauer. Dietz leaves it for Nitition. Nitition now as the scouts get Fitzy and Dungy out there. Here comes Fitzy. Fitzy carrying. Leaves it for Nitition. Nitition back to Fitzy. Fitzy going to give it to Nitition. They'll play catch within their zone. Nitition now. Cross ice to Dungy. Dungy to Fitzy. Fitzy. Dungy now. Dungy takes the zone. Dungy to Juju. Juju. Shot. Save. Juju back to the blue line. And Nitition's going to Fitzpatrick's going to back it out of the zone. Fitzpatrick leaves it for Juju. Juju now. To Fitzy. Juju. 35 seconds left in the overtime. Juju up to Dungy. Takes the zone. Just outside the stretched arms of Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick circles. Kicks it back to Dungy. Dungy now. 10 seconds remaining in overtime.
14 seconds.
Dietz now controls with 7 seconds left. As the horn sounds and this game comes to an end. As a dead heat. Competitive game, exciting game. Well played by both sides. As the Scouts got some air back under their skates there as they head to Rochester next weekend for a big tournament in Minnesota. Thanks everybody for listening. We're signing off here.